Twiiceaweek podcast, episode 11.
What did you do?
Bully's got a girlfriend. Oh, Bully's got a girlfriend.
Are you kidding me with this?
Yeah.
All right. Okay, come on, Mason. You're in. What do you think about that? I can't talk. I'm like,
Thought there was a whole bunch of bullshit.
I'm blushing, dude.
I know, yeah, no.
Why'd you have to do that?
I know. I just decided that I'd bring it up. And
Ah.
I figured you couldn't be that mad because we could always just cut it out.
Yeah. No, we have to leave it. I forgot to pull the mic away when I laughed.
It's okay. We'll get it.
We should apologize for that real quick to everyone whose ears we've hurt, because I know we've hurt some ears.
Yeah.
We're sorry for laughing so loud. We're going to do our best to pull the mics away when we laugh. So it'll sound like that.
Yeah, we'll get good. We'll get it. We'll get it down. But do you want to talk about it a little bit? Like how you feel good?
The laughs or the girlfriend?
About the girlfriend situation?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not like, usually when things like this have happened, I have this tendency to get like, I'm an overthinker, and I'll overthink it. And I'm not overthinking this one, so it feels good, you know?
That's amazing to hear, dude.
You know?
I'm happy for you.
Yeah, no, my anxiety has lessened, so it's good.
Weird how that can happen,
It
right?
can happen,
With
yeah.
the right person.
With the right person, that's
And
correct.
like our super gay relationship, we've never been on a single double date.
No, because all the yeah.
And that date is imminent.
Oh yeah, soon, very soon. When does
Where should we go?
when does Adriana go back to Texas?
Wednesday.
Maybe tomorrow.
I mean, we technically could tomorrow night.
I'd be down for tomorrow night. I'm supposed to cook dinner for her tomorrow night. So.
Damn, so we're about to get some food, huh? Oh, we could double cook.
Oh,
We could both cook at the kitchen while they sit on the chairs.
Yeah, that would be good. We should do that.
That's exciting.
It's
I can't wait to do that.
I know.
Drink some Michelobs.
Drink some Michelobs. This podcast is not sponsored by Michelob Ultra, by the way.
Do you think that
No.
besides our severe lack of viewers, that people don't want to sponsor us because they're like, they'll have our product on there.
Eventually.
And probably talk like really good about us.
Yeah.
Like, but we don't have to pay them at all.
Yeah.
You know, they just run through all the liquors and all the beers and say how
They'll-
much they love it.
They'll get to us eventually.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a reason, I'm sure. We're gonna have to start talking bad about some alcohol.
Yeah. Be like, listen, I signed up for AA.
Yeah. Yeah. Michelob Ultra actually stands for MK Ultra. You know that's funded by the government.
Yeah.
But I got one thing written down for this week. This is the one and only thing I have written down. If you want to take a look at it.
Doritos Dynamita.
Yes. Do you not know what those are?
No.
All right. So Doritos Dynamita. It's a hot snack similar to Takis. However, they're 100 times better than Takis.
Wait, did we
Yeah.
have those in El Salvador?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, I used to eat these. What house was it? I went through a phase where I was eating a bag of these a night. And they're like Takis, but they're way, way better. But they're almost you can't really find them. Or like if they're at a store, they're on like a little bottom shelf, like you can barely see them.
Yeah, I've never seen those, I don't think.
But then the Takis are all over the place.
Right.
And I don't know why, because they're way better than Takis. Way, way better.
We need to get some and eat them on the next episode.
Yeah, I had a bag at the lifeguard building. That's what made me think about them, but they didn't make it here because I ate all of them because they're so good. But yeah, and then I got into a conversation with one of the other lifeguards, and she was like, "Well, it's probably because Takis were around first." And she's like, and you know how brands go, where like when one brand has like a stranglehold on a market, it's hard for like the different ones to like take hold, even though they're better.
But what they can do is like use their recipe and then just build on it.
True. Yeah.
But yeah, if they don't make it to the shelves.
Mm-hmm. It's weird.
Man, I was going to try to rhyme something cool with that. I couldn't think of anything. Just for everyone who knows, he just showed me his notes, and it literally says podcast, and then it says Doritos Dynamita.
That's it. That's all I needed to talk about.
Yeah.
there's plenty of stuff to talk about.
Effort, lots of effort. One fact that I wanted to talk about was how, I don't know if it was last episode or the episode before, where I couldn't even open my notes because my laptop was so fucked.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
And yeah, so it cleared everything. My father, he's an IT guy. He moves people to the cloud. He works for IGNW. He said the optimal amount of disk space that you need for perfect operation in your computer is you need 10% free.
Yeah.
That's so good to know.
Amazing to know, yeah. And so, yeah, you access that. What do you go to your My Mac or your My Computer, and you look at your disk space, which is the storage on the computer itself.
Right.
And, yeah, because I went and looked at mine, and I did not have 10%. And I had to delete a bunch of stuff and back it up on a hard drive.
And once you did.
Yeah, it makes your computer. Because remember, mine crashed in the middle of the podcast.
Yeah.
And then it hasn't crashed since.
Hence the 10.5.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
The only reason for a 10.5 because you ain't have 10% disk space.
Yeah. So I think that should better someone. That's going to better someone's life out there.
For sure.
Knowing that.
I mean, if one of the 6 people who watches this
dude, we're gonna
has a laptop.
Yeah, we're gonna have a high percentage.
God damn it, I'm so happy that I've been listening to these guys.
Exactly. If there's one thing they take away, that's actually useful in your life. It's gonna be that.
For sure.
Everything else is gonna be garbage. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, we're gonna get you punched in the face by a black guy.
Reference B3 of the of the notes there, Mason. The SOP. Jeez Louise. Yeah. All right.
Fell asleep to a movie that I put on last night. I claim to be this big Steve Carell guy.
Yeah.
Like I love. And I am, diehard Office. You have had to watch The Office all the way through 10 times because you've lived with me for so long.
Yeah.
I saw him on Amazon Prime in this movie. It's called Seeking a Friend for the End of the World. Have you heard of that?
No. When was that made?
In 2012 it came out. And I probably watched like 10 minutes and then fell asleep. But the concept is so cool. It's like breaking news. It's kind of like the COVID shit, It's like the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, we have 26 days, and the world is over. So figure it out.
What's the mechanism of overage for the world?
I didn't get there.
Huh. Oh, so we're on a cliffhanger with this.
We're kind of on a cliffhanger. I've been on a cliffhanger all day. I've been wanting to watch it. But that's like my favorite concept ever. Because it's like, in the beginning, like some people were being total assholes, and some people were just like, he's just kind of, Steve is living his life.
Yeah.
As if like just it's normal.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Anyways, that's just like a preemptive recommendation to everybody. Yeah. Maybe it sucks.
True.
But it's a really cool concept.
It's a fun thought to think about and talk about. What would you do? What would you do if like all the you got Biden, Trudeau, you got all the guys coming out.
Yeah.
Which it would probably be bullshit, and so the world wouldn't end. But let's say they were being for real.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, and he was like, "Yep, the asteroid's gonna hit in 26 days." What would you do?
26 days is long enough to travel everywhere in the world.
Yeah.
Which is really cool about the time that we're living in.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing about the movie is there was they showed the last flight. And it was like the last flight's landing today because nobody want to work.
Yeah, no one's going to be working.
That's a job for people, like flight attendants and pilots and stuff.
Yeah.
So maybe you could only do stuff where you could drive. I don't know, dude. I don't know.
I'm trying to think.
It's making me sweat, though.
Yeah.
Thinking about it
dude,
a little bit.
The mechanism of the world ending would have everything to do with what I would do, I think. Because I would try to figure out how to how to live through it.
Like if it's meteoroid or like invasive aliens versus tsunami is coming that's big enough to swallow the whole globe.
Yeah, if it's like tsunamis, I would just go out in the middle of J and where no one's at and just start digging or something and try to get I would steal a bulldozer and just dig as deep as I can go and try to get a cargo thing down there and just hope it holds. Bury it. And
yeah, that's a good read.
something,
Yeah.
But if it's something like the center of the Earth is going to explode or something, like it's going to get everyone. Well, then I guess you could spend 26 days trying to build a rocket. But then, what are you going to do if you get into space? You can live like 12 hours longer than everyone.
Yeah, great. I can beat it 6 more times.
Yeah, exactly. Sick. Which, I mean...
That would be sick. I'm the last beat.
The last beat on Earth. Last beat in the universe, possibly.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Probably not, though, huh?
Yeah, no.
There's some peeps. We think there's some peeps out there.
Yeah, they are. I mean, statistically, for sure.
There has to be, yeah.
Yeah. No, I'd probably just hang out, Just hang out.
You know what? Hopefully, we're just, like, living life as if it's like that.
Yeah?
Like, hopefully people are doing exactly what they want to be doing.
Yeah, I agree.
How different. The government, like, programmed these chips into our brains that made us think that we had 30 days to live. How different the world would run.
Oh, like everyone's living as if,
like, truly how you're supposed to live, like, in the moment, and as if it's your last day on Earth.
yeah.
Like, if everyone actually was like, oh, I'm about to die.
I think 30 days is too long. I'm thinking maybe like 4 days. 3 or 4 days. Because if it were 30 days, then people would be like, I don't know, like trying to get enough food and water to last 30 days so they can make it to the event to see if it actually, I don't know.
Instead of just like either flipping the switch of going psycho or becoming a really nice person to like try to get into heaven and stuff.
Yeah.
You know.
I don't know.
Hopefully one of those 4 days is the Sabbath.
It's on the Sabbath. We'll have to finish that tonight.
Finish what?
The movie.
The
end of the world movie.
Oh, yeah.
We have to.
Wait, no, I thought you meant like
have
we were
to
watching a
finish
movie
this
called
up.
The Sabbath for some reason. I skipped it.
We have to finish our Sabbath tonight.
Retarded. Yeah. Yes, we should watch it. I'm really excited for that. Speaking of watching things, and I guess I was on Prime, not Netflix. F1 Drive to Survive is the best documentary. Have I talked about this? I don't think I've talked about this.
Oh, dude.
I think you mentioned it
Just
briefly, very briefly.
okay.
I've only watched one or two episodes.
It's the best documentary ever made.
Really?
It's so good, dude. Every time I get in my truck, I'm like, God, I wish I was low to the ground.
Uh-huh.
Like, it's unbelievable. You hate some of those motherfuckers. This dude, Lewis Hamilton, okay?
Yeah.
He has like 98 Grand Prix wins, which is, I think there's 21 races per year.
Oh, okay.
In
I was about to say.
21 different countries.
Yeah.
Which is so sick.
That is cool.
One of them, by the way, is in Austin, Texas.
Oh. Wait, so there's
American one.
so Grand Prix is like the top race, like those.
So that's F1's competitions.
Okay.
So there's F1 down to like F5.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
And it's all the same teams, like going all the way down the ranks, and like the dudes work their way up. And in every team, there's only 2 drivers per team.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like it's literally the best in the world. Nice. Literally the best guys in the world. Like, they are the best by far. Yeah. Because there's only, it's a very small number of teams up there. Mm-hmm. But this dude, Lewis Hamilton, has won 98 of those fuckers.
Wow.
And he's like barely 30 years old, I think.
Is he like the Kelly Slater of Formula One?
Yeah, for sure. There is a guy that has like 91, I think. I can't remember his name, but it's like pretty close. But he's like back in the day. I think he's retired now. But Lewis Hamilton now drives for Mercedes, and they have won the last 5 world championships. Like, the Mercedes is just shitting on everyone.
So what percentage of that comes from the skill of the driver, and what percentage comes from the team?
That's what's so fucking cool. So the driver is literally one of 20 best drivers in the entire world.
Yeah.
But their car isn't as fast as other cars. Nothing he can do.
Yeah.
Right?
So what's the percentage?
But then there's like times where it's obvious where the car is fast enough because there's 2 drivers on the track at a time per team. And they're in the same car. and
Yeah.
one guy will maybe be third, and the other guy's in like 14th, and like,
Oh, so
okay, the driver's fucked.
They don't switch out like different races. They're
No,
both
it's
competing at
two-
the same time.
Yes.
Oh.
So they're teammates, but they're competing against each other. And that's like usually their like greatest enemy.
Yeah.
Because they're trying if every year like it's the most they say it's the most secretive like trade thing in all of sports. Like usually it's pretty like rumors go around fast of who's gonna go where.
Yeah.
But everything's like a really well kept secret, and all of a sudden a dude will just lose his seat. So you want to be the best of the two dudes always, or you might just be out of F1. And that's going from being a millionaire
Yeah.
to nothing.
That's,
I mean, these companies, they're throwing, it's like $100 million a year that the teams put into their cars.
that's
I mean, it's insane. And some teams don't have the money that other teams have.
Mm-hmm.
So they have to finagle their way to be able to win. But, like, really, you can't if you don't have as much money.
Yeah.
So, percentage-wise, it's honestly got to be more about the engineers and stuff than the drivers, really.
Yeah. Huh. Yeah, I mean, I would agree.
I mean, there's so much that goes into it.
Yeah, because I feel like with NASCAR, you have, like, drivers that are there for decades, you know? But I feel like with Formula One, it's more about the sport and, like, the whole situation more than it is with NASCAR. It's more about, like, the team and about, like, the company that's funding it.
Right.
Which is cool. I like that.
It's so cool.
You know? Because it's like, if you're not the best, you're out.
Right.
And so I feel like, yeah, with it probably is more about the engineers, because when they hire an engineer to work there, they're probably they're there to stay, I'm sure, for a while,
Right.
as opposed to the drivers who they're filtering in and out, you
Right.
know, on a year-to-year basis.
Right.
Huh.
And then it boils down to like I was saying, with the same car being in such a staggered place in the lineup, like
Mhm.
you quickly find out if it was the team or the driver.
Yeah.
So,
That's cool.
but the amount of money it's like 20 or 30 million or something that they're winning. The team's winning per Grand Prix.
That's crazy.
I mean, F1 is doing billions of dollars a year.
Where does the
Or
money
a
come
billion
from?
a year, and I mean it.
Just all these sponsors?
Yeah, I mean it's literally Ferrari team,
Yeah.
Mercedes team, McLaren team,
Yeah.
Red Bull team, which has a Honda engine last year now, actually, which
Whoa.
is crazy.
Yeah, I was gonna say like most of the teams are like actual motor companies, but then are there like what do the companies that aren't motor companies do?
So there's like a Williams company is like one of the main, and they've been like last place for the last 5 years. Maybe it makes me think of paint, but it might be a motor. It might be like a lower whatever motor company.
Yeah.
I'm not exactly sure. But also what's really cool is some of these guys are like 20 years old driving F1,
Mm-hmm.
and they all have like driven against each other in like go-karts like since they were 8 years old.
Yeah.
And all the way up, and now they're in F1 together, like competing for
That's
millions
cool.
of dollars. It's so fucking crazy. But it's like these 20-year-old kids, and he drives for Ferrari, so his
Mhm.
personal driving car is literally a Ferrari.
That's
Like,
so cool.
Or like
yeah.
a McLaren.
It's got to be,
And
yeah.
that's just there because that's what he rides for them.
Mhm.
So, or drives for them.
That's
rides
so
for them,
cool.
fine. Isn't that cool?
It's really cool. And then I know,
Which one do you want?
yeah, go ahead, pick.
Okay.
You
I'm
are
a
the-
sponsored
you are the
shirt where I
face
get
of the
free
company.
clothes.
Yeah.
Dude, one thing I've noticed too that's kind of interesting is I feel like people now are getting more interested in the documentaries of a culture than they are in the actual culture itself. Isn't that interesting? Or like, I don't know, like when a really well-made documentary is put out, it like becomes just as like that documentary can sometimes become just as popular as the thing that it was put out about.
And talk about like props for the fucking directors.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying it's a bad thing.
Right,
It's
yeah,
very,
yeah.
I mean, it's cool. They're like modern day scribes.
I'm a bad boy.
Let me see mine. That was dope. Mine's silent.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. It's
Dude.
people. It's kind of like podcasting, right? Not like ours, but except for the disc-based thing. Like you learn something. Like you learn something from a documentary,
Yeah,
and that's like if you feel even better about it because you like took something away from it. It
Mhm.
wasn't just like pleasurable to watch.
yeah, yeah. I agree, and it's a good thing because you're not learning about that culture or that thing from that thing. You're learning about it from an outsider's perspective, coming in and saying like, we're going to come in and document this, and we're going to put it out from how we're seeing it. Like, we're not involved with Formula One, but we're going to come in and we're going to document what's happening and present it and package it as how we see it, and for a viewer to be able to see it from like a unbiased perspective.
Which is really cool, and I feel like it usually is completely unbiased, but if there could be malicious intent, and they could twist it however they want.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, they can decide how you're going to receive what's
true.
said.
Yeah. So, I feel like, that's, as a viewer, you got to be wary of that. Keep that in mind.
Like, who knows how many, like, a director will cast, like, a bad guy in the movie, right? Like, he tried out for the role as a bad guy. In a documentary, they could decide who the bad guy is.
Yeah.
Like, that director could be like, I disliked this interview the most. I'm going to paint him to be a douchebag.
Yeah, true. So, I mean, I guess that comes down to reputation. If that director has a good reputation,
right,
it's like, you gotta trust him, you know?
Damn, I wonder.
Yeah. We gotta look
With the amount of documentaries that are being pushed now, maybe there will be a documentary about fucking documentaries.
Oh, there's gonna be, for sure. There's gonna be documentaries about, like, very popular documentary directors and producers, I'm sure. For sure.
Dude, the documentary about the people who film, like, Planet Earth and stuff.
Oh.
It's like the camera on the guys with the cameras.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that shit's so awesome.
So good. Those
They
guys
knew
are
what
gnarly.
They knew what we wanted.
Yep.
Yeah, they're, like, rappelling off vertical cliff faces to get a shot of a fucking
Mm-hmm.
one of those like cliff penguins or something.
Yeah, because you watch Planet Earth and you're like, all right, how?
Exactly. How did they get this?
Yeah.
Oh, here you go. Fink.
Yeah.
Here's a video for you to see how they did it.
Here's what you needed.
In the end, I can't remember what the documentary was called. At the end of that one documentary, when they showed the walruses that just jump off that 200-foot cliff face, and they can't figure out why.
Dude.
Like, they've been filming them for like a while doing that, apparently. And they're just sitting there, like, the guy turns around and films all the filmers, and they're just like
crying. Oh my gosh.
What?
I almost cried when I saw that. That was sad.
It's so violent.
Yeah. Dude, they're just.
And of course.
Not funny.
Of course they slow-mo it.
Yeah, dude. What? They did
You have
not
to slow-mo
have to do that. And they added sound effects. You really think it was making a...
The same guys that were crying are just editing comic book sound effects.
Yeah. They're typing in on their like story blocks thing, like hard crash flesh on rock.
Boom, pow.
Yeah, boom, pow.
They try to get Michael Bay up in there to help out.
They hit the ground and just... Oh my gosh, dude.
I can't believe I haven't seen an edit of that. Just absurdly large explosion after a walrus is the final beach slap.
Nobody make it.
Yeah, please
Don't
don't.
do it. Oh man.
But we'll play it on our show.
Yeah. We'll
If
have
you
to.
do make it, yeah.
I might have to make it.
Yeah, maybe you should make it.
Man, something crazy that happened this week. Me and Mason had a little bit of a bonding experience this week, huh?
Yeah, get on the mic.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, we did. We
We
did.
did.
That threw me off guard.
I guess we can't really talk about too much of the details.
No.
I guess long story short, we did CPR on a dead guy.
First time.
Mason's first time doing
Yeah.
CPR.
First time.
Yeah, you did good. You did a good job.
Felt good. Forgot to count. Well, no, I counted in my head, but not out loud. But
Yeah, that's
other
okay.
than that, was pretty good.
That's all right.
Breaking ribs.
Yeah, you're told to count out loud so that you will count in your head.
Yeah.
I don't think there's many podcasts out there who the production guy and one of the hosts can say they did CPR.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like thinking about that earlier. I was like, dude, if we mentioned that, people would be like, what the there's no way. There's no
Oh,
way.
it's
This
real.
is scripted.
That really happened. That was sad.
Yeah. That was for you said like in the debrief later, that was like one of the most
It was
emotional ones.
It was an emotional one for sure.
Yeah,
It was sad.
it's pretty heavy.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds terrible.
Yeah, let's move on to a lighter topic. Walrus suicide.
Wait, yeah, that motorcycle accident.
Oh, here we go. Yeah, that was. We both saw
What's
it.
up with that?
Was that
Were
the one
you-
on the
were you
beach?
working?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw it. Well, I didn't hear anything about it. I just passed by. I was
Oh,
leaving
okay.
work, and I was like, "What the fuck's with all this traffic?"
Yeah.
dude.
2 hombres laying out on their backs. There was
Ooh.
a Jeep over a Harley.
Yeah.
It was like over the Harley, and there was like 2 civilians holding IV bags. That's all I could see though.
That's crazy.
Did
Yeah.
Did they die?
I have no idea.
I don't
Dude,
know.
I just saw the Jeep right over it.
That's what
Full on just.
I saw them when they were pulling. I saw when I was going this way. I saw the Jeep over it. Then when I was coming back, they were pulling the bike up onto like a tow truck, and the bike didn't look like it had that much damage. So it looked like it may have
Yeah,
just
it didn't
been.
look mangled.
So yeah, they may have just like jumped off or like just had broken legs or something, which is preferable to
Yeah,
dying.
one dude's knee was completely wrapped and bleeding really bad.
Oh. I don't know.
Or
I mean, if they had IV
Or it
bags.
could have been people running across the street, and there was a motorcycle that tried to not hit people and then got hit by a Jeep. Who knows?
Who knows? Who knows?
Who knows? I was just so confused. The gurney was empty on the ground. There was an ambulance there with the doors open, and there was no one in the ambulance.
Yeah.
They're just treating him on the ground.
Huh.
What could that make? Like,
I've never even thought about this before. The Jeep was going the right direction. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
So what must have happened is that he may have slammed on the brakes and tried to avoid hitting someone in front of him, the motorcycle, and then laid it down and they slid
on
onto the Jeep.
oncoming traffic.
That's what probably
It was
happened.
because it was perpendicular to.
And
it was like
and-
almost turning into that whatever that condo is there.
Yeah.
Yeah, the verandas.
Yeah,
The motorcycle was the front tire was facing the verandas.
Yeah.
So that's very possible.
That's probably what happened, yeah. Dude, motorcycles are dangerous, man.
You made it out alive.
I did, yeah.
Cheers to that.
I drove one for 2 years, I think. Made it out
The long distance.
long distance. Made it out
Yeah,
alive.
you drove that thing from like what GA right to the
From
beach.
Jay
to the
the
beach.
beach every day.
That
Every
is
day.
insane.
Drove it from here to Jacksonville like 3-4 times.
Any like any close calls?
Yeah, like
Or
every
what?
month. It was a close call. It was crazy, dude. People just don't see them. They really don't. It's dangerous. If you're out there on a motorcycle, you better be on high alert every time you ride.
I recently saw a person. It's always a truck that has the look twice for motorcycles.
Yeah.
Bumper sticker, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I drove right past the guy and he was texting. I'm like, good for
He
you.
was checking his Instagram twice for motorcycles.
Yeah.
Oh, that thing's sick.
That's exactly what he was doing.
Jeez.
I wish I had a motorcycle.
Checking Craigslist twice a day.
Yeah.
Trying to find one.
Dude, the funny thing about that,
Mhm.
and hope my mom's not listening to this because
no.
that kind of thing happened to me. Where, dude, so I wrecked my first car was a truck, and I wrecked it, totaled it like
You hit a
2 months
motorcycle?
in, and so I was stuck with my mom's car for like a few months, and one day I was driving to school, and I was checking Carfax, looking for cars while driving, and I got a little fender bender. Nothing. Hey.
Your insurance company's
Dude.
about to go off.
Yeah, I know. I was like, I gotta be careful, but nothing. It was nothing major, and we pulled off, and it was some like old guy. He's like, "Hey,
Yeah.
everything looks like so intact," and I was like, "Yeah, it is."
Did you show him your fucking phone tab?
I was like, "Which one do you think?"
Or yeah, you go to give him your information. You're like, type in your number. He's like, fucking kidding me.
God. There's nothing major. The 5th grader was only in the hospital for a couple weeks.
Yeah, and I was like, "Dude, I can't do that again."
Yeah.
But
Damn, so what, you got points on your license and shit?
yeah.
Like the bad points?
Oh, I I guess.
Did you take the Florida virtual school or whatever? Do they still make you do that? The driving school?
It depends, like how many points you get to.
Oh,
So I think I'm
Also
good.
depends on your race.
that's true.
That's true. But, yep. I was just trying to make that F1 documentary.
Yeah. Frick, yeah.
Dude, as like you say, true surf makes you like a little bit better at surfing. Maybe this F1 shit got me. I'm saying.
Yeah, you're probably right, dude.
Yeah, I started like grabbing an apple every morning in the kitchen, just looking forward and just doing quick reaction catches and stuff.
What is that? Do you switch?
It does nothing for you doing it solo because it's your own brain dropping it.
Oh.
But what they do.
I'm gonna trick myself.
Oh damn it! I knew it was
Left
coming.
brain off, right brain on.
Yeah, exactly. No, yeah, but what their coach will like be facing them,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just like they're like this, like looking at the coach's forehead or whatever.
Yeah.
The coach will just drop it randomly, and they have to catch it.
Huh.
It's like a reaction time thing.
That's pretty cool.
Because those cars are going over 200 miles per hour on the straightaways,
Yeah.
like going down to 20 in like a quarter of a second, and having to turn and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Those dudes are crazy, dude.
Excuse me.
It really
Yeah,
just gets my gears going.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember you were telling me they have to throw their intuition aside, like when they're going to so if there's like a 90-degree turn, I don't know if that's a common thing or not, but if there's a 90-degree turn and there's a wall in front of them, they have to keep going like they're gonna hit the wall, and they just have to trust that the car is gonna be able to slow down and stop enough to make the turn.
Exactly.
So their brain's screaming like you're gonna die.
Yeah, they go against their intuition the whole race.
Uh-huh.
And if you're not doing that, you will not win.
And it's like 2
because
hours.
The other guy is.
And it's like 2 hours.
Yeah, some of the
isn't it?
races are 2 hour, like over 2 hours long.
Yeah, that's
2
crazy.
hours of shit, fuck, shit, fuck.
Yeah.
Like, that's so ridiculous. They deserve to get paid that much.
Yeah, they do. That's gnarly. That one dude I was watching the one episode with you, and the dude that flipped.
Oh my god. And he was just fine.
Yeah. But dude, the fact that that's gonna happen to you at some point in your career.
Oh, for sure.
You know.
Yeah.
You need to.
I mean, on average, I think 2 drivers die per year.
That's gnarly.
Yeah.
Huh.
And I don't know if that might be F1 to F5.
It probably is,
Yeah.
but still.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
So
I think it is actually.
do these guys get paid through just like event earnings, or are they on salary?
That
You know?
I haven't figured out yet.
Because if they're coming off the team so quickly and like they really have to hold their spot,
They probably
just
get.
event.
They probably sign a contract per year, and like the company's like, you get paid this base amount, and then like they probably have lawyers work out like if he gets this many points for the team, he gets this
Right.
much of a bonus.
For sure.
You know that
Yeah,
it's
for
probably
sure.
yeah.
You for sure get compensated for
Mm-hmm.
being at the top.
Yeah, there's probably each driver probably has their own lawyer, and he sits down with the company's lawyer, and they're like, all right, we hash it out, and like
Yeah.
it's probably a long, complicated process because that's a lot of money.
Because of how much money.
Yeah.
For sure. But it's like everything though, right? Like kind of like signing to a label. You probably work out. It's not always just a cash transaction. It could be like,
yeah,
okay, I'll give you $50K and then a Rolex. Like, do you want a Rolex or like I'll get you this car or
Mhm.
you know?
yeah. There's always other stuff involved. For sure.
There's always stuff we can work out.
yeah, work out kind of stuff. McGregor fight. We got to talk about that.
We should
still.
talk about that. This is gonna come out
Will you move the
later, but
the keypad? I want to see where we're at.
oh yeah,
Okay, we're good. Let's make sure it's still going.
thank God. Fuck you, McGregor.
You'll do nothing.
Your wife slid in my DMs.
Why? What is that? Did he actually
Such
say
an
that?
asshole, dude.
Oh my gosh.
So tell me what you think about this 3-fight bout or whatever you call it.
I didn't even watch. I
three-fight
didn't watch the
situation.
third one.
Oh, you didn't watch it at all?
No. I mean, I watched like I kind of know the gist of what happened, and like I saw Connor like acting a fool.
Keep going.
But what do you mean? Like what do I think about the whole thing in
Yes.
general? It's just weird because the thing that's throwing me off with it is like Conor McGregor was being like his classic self for the first fight. And then the second fight, he was like being really nice. and like I was like, oh, okay, like he's just a calm down guy. He's nice now. Like, cool. Like, I'm cool with that. But then this one, he went back to being like even being more of like a child and like a dickhead.
Yeah.
Which confused me. And I'm just like what you said, maybe it's because he was trying to get back in his old mindset to win. But even then, I don't know. It was just weird. I mean, I think either one of two things were happening. One, he was actually trying to get back into that old like crazy mindset of like just like an animal. Or two, like maybe they tried to hype. I don't even think so because the fight was over. They weren't hyping the fight up anymore. Like he didn't have to act like that. So I don't know why he was acting like that after being nice to Dustin in the second fight.
Oh, so you mean just before the fight completely, like why he was doing that again? Or you mean why did he do his super aggressive, like calling his wife out and shit after the fight?
Yeah, like why? Was that necessary?
I think he was just so fucking pissed that he didn't know what to say.
Like he was mad about his ankle?
Yeah, like because it was just something that happened.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah.
Which, God, I would be so mad, dude.
Yeah. He was probably honestly like probably kind of like scared, you know? So that might be just like his natural like lashing out. It's just like because his eyes were pretty big. I mean, he might like kind of been in shock and like he was kind of running on like 5% brain capacity. And so when he just goes to that capacity, he just turns into like,
right.
Your wife slid into my DMs.
I can't believe he said that.
Yeah.
Dude, Joe, I love Joe, bro. He was doing this post-fight interview. He did, Poirier first. And then Connor's obviously sitting his back against the cage on the ground with his broken in half ass ankle. And Joe just sits down next to him. He just sits down and hands him the mic. He's like, what he said? I was at a really fat party, so I couldn't really hear what he said. But what I did hear, I was like, he's like, fuck you, Justin. Your wife was in my DMs.
Oh, my God.
Like, are you kidding me? There's no way that she was.
No, she wasn't.
But you know what? He's got everybody thinking about it. So this chick, Jessica I, was one of the fights before. Hole in her forehead from getting punched. A hole in her forehead. We'll have Mason pull it up.
Like
for
from
all of our viewers.
that fight. Dude. What?
Yeah.
How does that
Mason
happen?
will throw it up.
You weren't kidding. Dude,
How
do you even do that?
Dude, so we were playing a drinking game like while the prelims were on, and I turn away from the game. The TV was behind me, and there's a close up of her like videotaping her. I'm like, everybody, what the fuck is going on? Like she's gonna die. It's like an actual hole.
If you turn it upside down.
Put your arm
Did you see it? That's about it. It's like a football player with no nose.
God, that's dumb. Yeah, dude.
Dude, how do you do
What?
that?
Does everyone have that much space in between their skin? I feel like my skull is right there.
I don't know. It's very confusing.
She has like a pocket.
Yeah, that's a confusing picture. I don't know.
No way it went through her skull.
No.
Yeah, that's super cool.
So is that like a cut?
Yeah.
Okay. That's weird. She's terrifying.
That is a scary picture, too.
Yeah.
She fucking beat my ass, too.
Yeah, for real. You trying to fight?
I'm pretty sure all the girls that fought are, like, heavier than Sean O'Malley.
Dude, yeah, he's tiny.
Yeah. I mean, he's fighting 135.
Yeah. What are the women's weight classes? Are they different than the men's, or is it the same cutoffs?
I'm the wrong amigo.
Hmm?
I don't know.
Oh, I don't know. I have no idea.
Okay. I'll look.
What are we? What's our time at?
I don't know from here because this one's. We're coming up on 30 on this one, but it's probably I think it's 40 actually because this was.
Okay, it is 40 then. That's an hour. Like you add an hour on that, so it is 40. Or take an hour away. I mean. vomit.
Oh my god!
Good Lord. I've never heard you burp that long.
I've recently in the last couple months, my burps have been astonishing, but I usually don't puke at the end.
You just puked on camera.
I puked in my mouth on camera and gutted it.
Oh. But we're at 40 minutes, so let's look this up. Talk about one more thing, maybe.
Okay.
Touch each other's wieners. If you want.
Make out since I puked.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Oh, dude. No.
You put it there again. Yeah, I did. What do you think? What do you think I'm gonna
Is
do?
it back?
It was a real quick whiff, but
That's fine.
we're good.
That was a
So
weak fart.
Yeah. Did you find out
Yeah,
anything?
I'm sorry. I'm looking. It's looking like it's the same.
I had like a very aggressive poop come on about 5 minutes into this podcast.
Oh wait, no. So there's less. It's featherweight is 135, minimum weight 145, maximum weight. Bantamweight 125 minimum, 135 maximum. Flyweight 115 minimum, 125 maximum. Straw weight, no requirement for minimum, 115 pound maximum.
And that's the women's.
That's women's.
Okay.
Yeah. Good to know. Yes, dude. It's fucking foul that we don't have a fart mic.
It is. We're just raw talking it with
We
our
just
regular
eat farts.
mics.
And we don't even get
We'll get
any money
we'll
for
hook
this.
zero money.
We just eat farts for free.
Yeah.
And you eat my farts.
Sometimes, yeah.
Sometimes.
It's okay. Dude, we'll hook.
Well, if you made it, I would have.
Oh, you dude! Oh my I cannot wait to listen to that.
We have to get you a camera, dude.
Oh.
We got to get a battery for the 7D.
We gotta
I
get
know.
Mason just farted into his auto-tune mic.
You know what I'm waiting for? I know all the viewers are like typing my Instagram right now just to be like, I need to see this guy. I need to see what this guy look like.
You should make one so it's like a robot because you're auto-tuned.
Yeah.
Like a Finsta.
Oh, that's so good.
That's gonna sound insane.
That was a good one. Well, that was like my first audible one in a minute.
Dude, it's something when you get around us, huh?
Yeah.
It's contagious.
It's contagious.
It's like yawning.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? Movie theaters?
People are in church. It's like contagious farting. They look over. Damn it. It's like fucking.
We gotta cut it. We gotta call it. We're at like 45 minutes.
The farts are just starting.
Oh my goodness. Bring it back.
I guess yawn farts are a good place to end.
It is. That's a good place to end.
All right.
Hey man, we're a good Christian podcast over here. We gotta wrap it up.
Are Christians like allowed to fart?
Yeah, for sure. You think Jesus wasn't blasting them?
I didn't mean what I just said.
You think
I meant like that's not what I meant. That's not what I meant. That's just what I said. Let me backtrack. Like I feel like a devout, like Catholic, super strict family. Like none of them had ever banged ever. Like
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Except for the priest.
And like they're like sitting around like watching football with their dad and mom, and it's like the son and the daughter, and the son just beep.
Mm-hmm.
You don't think the dad's like, whoa, you know, or you think he's cool with it?
I don't know. We should have Grant Kemp come on and answer all of our crack Catholic questions. But because I don't know.
Oh, was he raised in like a
Grant? Yeah, he's super Catholic. He's still super Catholic.
and knows Spanish?
He's fluent in Spanish.
Yeah.
He actually told me when he was in Panama, the people there thought he was from Argentina. That he speaks Spanish like an Argentinian.
Word.
Yeah.
And maybe they're whiter.
Yeah.
Over there.
So yeah, everyone assumed. He's like, nope, I'm from Florida. Blew their minds.
That's so awesome. I can't wait till that's me, dude. I'm like 28-day streak, by the way.
Tell me something in Spanish.
I
can't wait to zoom in on you.
fuck you. Only 28 days in.
You're right. That's not a lot for Spanish, and you're not speaking it with anyone.
Yeah.
I'm lacking.
I learned disculpe.
See.
That's excuse me.
Disculpe. That sounds Italian. Remember we were talking about that.
Disculpe.
Disculpe.
Disculpa. Excuse me. That's like excuse me if you're passing by somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Like physically, like, oh, excuse me.
Yeah.
But perdón, Perdon, is like what did you say?
Oh.
That's it, because you know, excuse me is like we use excuse me both.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see that. Okay.
Which both are translucent with each other, whatever you would say there.
Yeah. The counteractive. I don't know what you'd say.
Yeah. Man, next episode, I'm going to talk Spanish.
Okay.
A little bit. Okay.
I'll do my best to keep up.
We did it.
We're way over.
We did it again.
We're at 50 minutes.
We did it again. We decided, everybody, that we're just not going to pay Mason, so no one come after him for his taxes.
Exactly.
Well, guys, it was fun.
All right. It's probably my turn, huh? Fucking camel toe center shot. All right. Thank you. Were you seeing it too back there?
No, it just made me laugh.
Thank you guys so much for watching. You guys are the best 6 friends that we have. Keep watching. We're going to keep putting out the content. I swear we're going to have a guest soon. We are going to have a guest soon.
Let's have Grant. He would be a phenomenal guest because he's going to be very uncomfortable when we start acting up, and it's going to be hilarious.
We are cutting this out because we're not having Grant on first.
All right.
There's no way that we can have him on first.
Who are we going to do?
Dude,
We'll figure it out.
we're going to figure it out.
Let's wrap it up.
What I'm saying is we're going to figure it out. All right. We love you guys. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on Instagram. If we either made you super pissed or we made you laugh or you learned something about startup discs, share this shit because that's the only way that we can like start making money and eat farts for a job.
Yep.
Instead of just for a hobby.
Yep.
So with that being said, we are Twice a Week.
And let's have a chat.